The Signal group texting about war plans, that scandal is also continuing to blow up, even though they keep trying to pretend either it didn't happen or it's over now. The Wall Street Journal reporting this weekend that this apparently was not the first time that Trump National Security Advisor Michael Waltz had convened a group of Trump cabinet officials in a group chat on this commercial texting app. Quoting from the Wall Street Journal this weekend, quote, 2 U.S. officials also said that Waltz had created and hosted multiple other sensitive national security conversations on Signal with cabinet members, including separate threads on brokering peace between Russia and Ukraine, as well as other military operations. Sources, quote, declined to address if any classified information was posted in those chats. So, yeah, this thing isn't going away. Wait till we find out what all the other ones were. And then there's Pete Hegseth, the Fox News weekend host who Donald Trump appointed to lead the Defense Department. In recent days, we have learned that Pete Hegseth not only posted a detailed timeline of a forthcoming military strike to that group chat on Signal, which inadvertently included a reporter. Pete Hegseth also, according to the Wall Street Journal, quote, brought his wife, a former Fox News producer, to 2 meetings with foreign military counterparts where sensitive information was discussed. The meetings included the Ukraine Defense Contact Group at NATO, a closed-door meeting of that group, more than 50 countries represented there, and also a very sensitive meeting with the British Defense Secretary. Pete Hegseth has been bringing his wife to these meetings. Does she have a security clearance? This is the same wife, you may recall, who Mr. Hegseth brought with him to his meetings with U.S. senators ahead of his confirmation process for this job. That, of course, made it socially awkward for those senators to ask him at those meetings about the rape allegations that he had faced in California and his alleged serial infidelity and problems with drinking on the job. He has denied the rape allegations in California, and, of course, he was never charged in conjunction with those allegations. That said, the Associated Press is also now reporting on the strange circumstance that has arisen at the Pentagon in Mr. Hegseth's short time there, in which not only is he bringing his wife to sensitive meetings with foreign military leaders, but he's also somehow got himself into a situation where his baby brother, his younger brother, Phil, has also ended up on the plane to Guantanamo with Pete Hegseth, and also on the plane last week to Hawaii. What is his little brother doing there? Good question. Quote, based on Phil Hegseth's publicly available resume, his past experience includes founding his own podcast production company. Okay, so naturally it makes sense that he's now paid by the U.S. taxpayers to go everywhere with his brother, the defense secretary, who has assured us that he definitely won't drink on the job anymore and who apparently thinks it's okay to bring his wife to NATO meetings. This follows Mr. Hegseth also giving a naval officers commission to his personal lawyer and telling him that now Pete Hegseth's personal lawyer will now be in charge of reforming all lawyering in the U.S. military. He's just named him an officer. This, of course, follows Pete Hegseth's fantastically expensive and honestly strange decisions to send not 1 but 2 U.S. Navy destroyers to hover around the U.S. border doing nothing. Also, to use U.S. military planes to fly handfuls of people around the world in the most expensive possible version of how to do a deportation flight. The New York Times reporting tonight that Hegseth's failed gambit to stand up a U.S. military role at Guantanamo, specifically to make it look like Guantanamo has something to do with Trump's deportations, that gambit has thus far cost taxpayers about $40 million in its first month. Now, this whole Guantanamo thing is a plan that has essentially been scrapped now, but only after Pete Hegseth moved nearly 1,000 U.S. troops there and then back and had them sent up a tent city and then kind of dismantled it. Because these guys, don't forget, government efficiency, can't allow old people to call the Social Security office anymore. But hey, We got to save money. Pete Hegseth needs to fuel up the C-17s to fly like 5 guys around so they can make TikTok videos about how tough they are. See my tattoos? Tomorrow, Pete Hegseth, in his infinite wisdom, has decided to visit the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. We don't know if he'll bring his little brother or his wife, but we'll see. Per his orders, the U.S. Naval Academy is apparently scrambling to get books out of the library before he gets there. Books like a biography of Jackie Robinson. That's got to be out of there, I guess, before Pete Hegseth gets to the Naval Academy because it so offends him. Because, you know, he's really focused on lethality. Where's my brother? Can my wife sit behind me at the meeting with the defense secretary from the other country?